Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new week. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. The sun is shining. It feels like spring is on its way. That puts me in such a good mood. I don't like wearing big, bulky winter clothes, and I certainly don't like the cold. So the first signs of spring coming through are always welcome from my point of view. We've got a beautiful cherry blossom tree out on our front lawn that blooms at this time of year, and that's a sure sign that the warmer temperatures are coming. So today I am talking all about tiny steps that lead to massive change. And the reason I want to talk about this today is that I kind of had a bit of an epiphany moment over the weekend, which I'm going to share with you. And it was basically around something that I've been doing, tiny steps that I've been doing that have led me to massive change. And I didn't realize it until this weekend just gone. And then I started thinking about how this applies to health and well-being as well. And I thought this is probably quite a good topic to talk about. So just let me set the scene for a moment. About a year ago, I was invited to speak at a women's lifestyle event. And I had a 30-minute speaking slot. And it was really my first public speaking gig since I'd started working in our business, and keeping in mind that I'd been through a few years of really bad health issues. I'd spent a lot of time at home by myself. I'd lost a lot of confidence. So for me to go out and speak up on a stage in front of a group of people, it was a relatively big deal for me. And I managed to deliver that talk quite well, reasonably well, I think. I got my message across. I was able to speak for 30 minutes. I got some clients out of it, which was great. But I just felt like I could do better. And it wasn't like I had massive expectations for myself. I wasn't being unrealistic about what I was capable of at that time. But I thought, I really want to do more of this because it's a really great way of getting our message out there about what we do. And I thought, I really need to practice my public speaking. And obviously public speaking gigs don't come around every week. And I thought, well, what can I do to start practicing this? So what I did was I started doing a live stream on my Facebook page every Monday at 9 a.m, which is exactly what you guys are listening to. Yes, of course, a big part of this is sharing valuable information about health and well-being that people like to know, and I want to share with them. But the other reason, which I haven't shared before, is so that I could start speaking publicly to a live audience. Now, I know that it's a little bit different. It's not like I'm sitting in front of a room full of people right now. I'm actually talking into my phone. But I know that there are people tuning in live, like you, Nicola. Good morning. Thanks for watching. And I know that there are people who view these videos afterwards. Some of my videos get hundreds of views, depending on the subject. So that was my way of starting to practice something that I knew I wanted to practice. Good morning, Katie. And so this is why I do a Monday morning live stream. I know that I wanted to get better with my speaking. And guess what happened on Saturday? I went to an event in Omokoroa. It was a little health fair. It wasn't a huge event. I was one of two speakers. Really, I love these opportunities. I take them whenever I can. And what I did was I got to the time I was about to speak. It was at 12 p.m. and I was going into my separate room to talk. And I thought, I might be talking to an empty room. Like, do people even know that I'm going to be talking? So fortunately, I had a flyer, which I went and I went around the health fair, and I just started handing it to people and saying, hey, I'm talking in a couple of minutes, come and listen. And that worked really well because I ended up with a good room full of people. And what I realized after I had given that talk is how far I had come. And I put it all down to this constant practice of showing up every Monday morning at 9 a.m. And I can tell you, there are mornings when I do not want to do this. I wake up in the morning and I think, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? Especially in the middle of winter when I have to come downstairs to our office and it's freezing cold. But I made a commitment to myself that I would show up every Monday morning, except for holidays and public holidays that fall on a Monday. And I have done that consistently for almost a year. So I've had almost a year's worth of practice of speaking to a live audience on my live stream. And so what I realized was that those tiny steps every week, those consistent steps, have actually led to massive change for me in the area of getting up and speaking publicly. Yes, I still have notes that I refer to. I've got a long way to go, trust me. I can't just at this point in time stand up in front of a room full of people and speak off the cuff, extremely confidently or anything like that. I'm not there yet, but I can see that I'm working towards it, and that's the most important thing. So in my case, that realization about massive change took me a year to notice. So every week when I show up on a Monday, it's like, okay, I've done my Monday morning live, move on. I don't really stop to think about all those little practice moments that I'm having have actually led to something significant. And it took me a year to be able to realize how far I've come. And that got me thinking about some of the areas that our clients, the way that some of our clients take these tiny and consistent steps and how they lead to massive change. And I thought I'll just give you some examples of people that I've worked with quite recently and little tiny changes that they've made, which have actually ended up being really significant and have changed their lives. So I've got about 5 here. I'll just read them out to you quickly. So I worked with a lady called Michelle who was drinking way too much coffee. She was having about between 6 and 8 coffees a day, which is too many. She was able to get that down to 1 cup a day. And needless to say, when she was having 6 to 8 coffees a day, her sleep was just abysmal. She couldn't sleep because her cortisol levels were so high. And she was having really restless nights and waking up unrefreshed in the morning. And it was an endless vicious cycle. So she got her coffees down to 1 a day. Now she sleeps like a baby. Tiny, consistent steps over time. It didn't happen overnight. It took her a few weeks to realize, oh my goodness, all those coffees that I no longer drink now mean that, excuse me, mean that I can get a better sleep. But she didn't notice it day to day. It was only after a period of time and she could look back and go, okay, those little consistent steps have helped me become a better sleeper. Janet consistently followed my meal plans day by day, day by day, day by day. She was really committed. She was really focused. And there were a few weeks that went by and she didn't lose any weight, but other weeks she did. And she ended up losing 15 kilos in 5 months, which is really impressive. Now, if she'd focused on her weight day by day, she probably would have got discouraged. But over the 5-month period, she was able to look back and go, those little changes that I made to my diet have led to massive change. Who else have we got? Lisa consistently followed our pre-bed routine that we gave her. Again, she was a poor sleeper. She was sleeping like 4 hours a night and then having to go and perform at a high stress job. And so she decided that she was going to follow through with our bedtime routine. She did it every night. There were ups and downs in the process. She was still having, bad night's sleep occasionally. But about 2 months in, she was able to go, actually, I'm sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night now. Look how far I've come. And it was just those little consistent changes that she made day after day. Craig, he started walking 3 times a week. He had quite a lot of weight to lose and he lost 10 kilos in 2 months. So again, he was weighing in daily and some days he was like, oh, there's nothing happening or my weight's gone up. But 2 months later, he got to his 10 kilo mark and was able to look back and go, it was those consistent daily walks or 3 times a week that got me to this point. And the last one I want to talk about is Sharon. Now, Sharon was just really, she was one of those people who just really wanted it. She was very unwell when she came to us. She really wanted to get better, and she had her mind set 100%, and she just went in and executed everything that we asked her to do. She had chronic headaches and migraines like every single week. She was having to go home early from work because she had migraines, and it was just ruining her life. So so she did our 12-week program, and now a few months down the track, she has gone from weekly headaches and migraines, like debilitating, to one. She's had one in the last 6 months. So again, you know, day to day, she might not have noticed those changes happening, but 6 months down the track, she can look back and go, oh my gosh, I've only had one migraine. So that's the key message here, guys, is it's all about those tiny steps, and it's all about consistency, showing up and doing the work consistently. Now, you can't do something for 2 weeks or 2 months or even 2 years and start seeing results and then go, oh, cool, I'm where I want to be now, and then go back to what you were doing before. That's going to put you right back at square one. This is an ongoing process. So for me, I realize that when I get up in front of a room full of people now, I'm a lot more confident than what I was a year ago. Still got a long way to go, but I know that if I stop practicing and I stop doing these little, you know, these Monday lives every Monday, if I was to stop doing that and just go, oh, well, I feel okay now, I don't think I need to practice that anymore, I know that I would go backwards. I would lose that confidence, and I would lose that ability to have a natural and confident and flowing conversation when I speak in front of people. So that is one of the reasons I continue to do this week after week after week. And I don't notice a change on a weekly basis. As I said before, it took me a year for it to dawn on me and go, oh, wow, I've actually come a really long way in a year. And it was because I showed up every Monday morning consistently. So if you've got a goal that you're working towards and you're really struggling to see the results, or you're not moving ahead as fast as you would like, you need to trust the process, that if you are doing the tiny steps consistently, you won't see changes from day to day. It's just not how it works. But you go down the track and you look back and you'll see how far you've come. It happens. It does happen. So if any of you are watching and you're in that position, you're working towards getting your health sorted, you've got health goals in mind, and you're feeling discouraged because you're not seeing results as quickly as you would like, you need to trust the process and you need to show up for yourself. This isn't about showing up for anyone else. This is showing up for yourself in your life, so that you get to where you want to be. And trust me, it will happen. You have to trust the process. You have to have faith, and you have to do those tiny steps day by day by day. Doesn't matter if you have a bad day, or if you fall off the wagon occasionally. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you keep showing up. You get back on the wagon, even if you've had a bad day. You keep doing those steps. And for our clients, it's things like pre-bedtime routine, following food plans, drinking lots of water, cutting down coffee, cutting down alcohol, healing the gut, healing the liver, reducing viral and pathogenic activity in the body. These processes take time, and you don't see the changes day to day, but you do see changes after a period of time, and you look back and go, yeah, I've come a really, really long way. So hang in there, guys. Trust the process. Keep showing up. Keep doing those little steps day by day to get you to where you want to be. I hope that has been a helpful message for you this morning. I'm going to keep showing up every Monday. I have no plans to stop. There are mornings when I come on here and think, what the heck am I going to talk about? But I always find a way to talk about something. There's always something new to discuss. But yeah, some days I could easily just make an excuse and go, oh, I don't feel like it, or I didn't, excuse me, I didn't sleep well, or you know, I'm just not feeling it today. But no, I show up because I know that it's going to help me with my speaking. It's an important thing for me to do because I want to go and speak more publicly to people to get our message out there. It's an important part of our business. So I'm going to keep showing up every Monday so that I can continue to practice and, of course, to share information with you guys who are watching. So that's it on that subject. In other news, our book is hot off the press. I had all my boxes of books delivered last Wednesday. It was super cool because I was able to take both books actually to the health fair in Omokarawa and make some sales, which was great. Just so you know, this book is still at a special release price. It's $19.95 plus postage, and it will be going up to $29.95 very soon. So if you want to grab your copy, do it now. I'll post the link in the comments to our website. And you will be seeing them start to appear in some of the local cafes and health shops around Tauranga. I just went into one this morning around the corner from me, and they've got both books side by side, which is really exciting. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great day and a great week. Hopefully the weather is going to continue this way. I think I'm going to go and head out for a nice walk. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you same place, same time next week. Bye.